You know, let me just deal with this rude woman. There we go. I've got some peace and quiet while we do this. Oh yeah. Hello, I'm CammyG, and welcome back to our Fortnite Save the World videos, where we are in the Hexylvania zone doing the 46 quest. This is a 58 mission, of course, if you can read on the left, but it is the only build the radar tower. There's no supply run around here either, because our main quest is to do a build the radar and a resupply in a 46 plus. Now, the bottom is actually build a radar too, so I figured this one makes sense to do. We're going to go in private, because then we can just do whatever we need to do. The eliminate is smashers and takers, so we're going to show how you can find those around the map. You know, you'd have to be on a defensive mission. In fact, oftentimes I find more just walking around the map than in defense missions anyway. We've got to destroy paintings, but that's for 58, so we're going to try avoid do that. The quest is actually candles, but Cam got a bit trigger happy on the Xenon bomb, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, we can find candles. And then we've got husks with a shotgun. But yeah, we'll just head in here. But by the way, Cam, thank you so much for just actually helping with the eliminate and collect. If you saw on the map, there was like 3 eliminate and collects today, which, sod's law, you know, of course they'd show up now. But yeah, ooh, we've got a storm chest. I can't think of the word. Let's go ahead and do, ooh, let's get a bird actually. Oh. Well, I thought it was like here. I think it was a bit further away. That's a great start. So yeah, let's do this quick storm chest. Lob turret up, lob teddy down, and ooh, a nice gun over there. Well, it's a melee, but that's fine. Now, we don't need to be doing too much combat. I figured I'd just do this for the weapons, you know, that's kind of standard. Whenever you do any adventure, is trying to get some good weapons as you level up. And doing a storm chest is a great way of doing that. I think I do actually have potentially some higher level weapons, but I'd like to just do it kind of fair. So we're sticking with the ones we already had. And our turret has already run out. We don't need to drop another one though. We've got another teddy here. We'll do that. And then a shock tower. This is why we came in as Cyberclops. You know, he's got all... Excuse me. He's got all of the damages, you know, all of the damage abilities. Now, these might be quite difficult to deal with, especially that taker. That is one of the takers we need, hence why we did the storm chest. So, if I can just concentrate this real quick, that taker's probably going to kill me if he comes down. Yeah, storm chests will always end... Okay, he's just died. Oh, I failed? Because I took too long? Maybe? Yeah, I failed because I took too long. No worries. But yeah, the storm chests... I should have shot the taker first. It still counted as elimination, never mind. Yeah, if I can get my point across, the storm chests always end eliminating 2 mist monsters, and that will always be either taker or blaster. So you could get 2 blasters, you could get 2 takers, or like we got, you could get 1 of each. So it's a great way to get takers if you do need them. That is a big tower. I'm going to leave that one, and we're going to find a different one. Now, smashers, you won't get in the storm chests, and you can't get in the minigame, which spawns a mist monster, but you can see them just vibing around the map. And generally, I'd say you'll find one, probably 2, on each map, just sleeping. Now, it's not always easy to find them, because they're not always just going to be on the surface, just sat. You know, like these enemies were, for example. They can spawn in the dungeons underground, they can spawn in basements. You will be able to hear their loud snoring, because they're big boys. You know, let me just deal with this rude woman. There we go. I've got some peace and quiet while we do this. Oh yeah. But yeah, you can find them just vibing around. What am I doing here? Do this correctly might help. Don't forget that little wall there. And yeah, we can sort of showcase the build the radar. That can actually just be tilted. Now, I'm sure many of you know how to do this. You've probably done this 100, 1,000 times before. So, you know, it's not the most interesting thing, which is why I'm trying to pick the smaller ones. And then we don't have to spend too long doing these. and we can get back to other things. But, you know, it's a good way to show all of the other parts of the venture quests, such as the enemies and the locating. And this one's probably the easier one in terms of mission, because both build the radar and supply run do not require you eliminate any husks whatsoever. You really don't have to. Obviously, you still can, and we did, and we will be. It would have been easier with teammates, because we would have been higher power level, but we don't need it. You know, we're fine on our own. And yeah, let's see if we can find any smashers snoozing as we travel around. Now, takers will be easier to find. This could potentially spawn a taker. They're not very likely to, though. Even the bigger encampments, they don't really spawn, mist monsters as often. Now, blasters, these big blue guys, they're probably the most frequent mist monster you'll find around the map. And sadly, we don't need them yet, so we will just move on. Here's another tower. This is a big one as well. I'm going to go past it and just hope that the remaining two are small, because I don't really want to do a super huge one. But if we have to, we have to. That's fine. Now, as I said, we did have candles, which I think you needed 30 for. So that will be your power level 46 quest. And honestly, like, it just goes to show how many there are and how easy they are to get, by the fact that Cam accidentally did it when he carried me in a high level eliminate and collect, just so that I could move on to the next quests. He was just shooting Xenon Bow, so again, that's a good hint. You can shoot Xenon Bow, that will destroy most of these destroy quest items. So if you know where they are, you can do that. You can also just place structures, so we've done it in the past on previous videos, where you just place a cone, a floor, a wall, wherever it might be, next to, you know, as long as you're close enough to the item you need to collect, in this case candles, it will destroy it for you. Now, if we do find some paintings, I will go ahead and try collect them using these methods, just to show you, but I don't want to collect too many. I want to try save some for the next video, but obviously it's not the end of the world if we do get them. But yeah, just a little bit of information on how to do it. Now, as well, the anti-material charge that Outlanders have, so we have that here. So if you just bring out your pickaxe and do that, that's a heavy attack button or aim down sight, whichever way you want to think about it. That is how you start the anti-material charge. That punch that the Outlanders have, that will also destroy any quest items, the smaller quest items. If it's like a chimney, for example, unless you're actually inside the chimney and, you know, going to hit it as you usually would, it won't destroy it. But if it is I'm just looking around for candles now. If it is a regular small item, you know, like gnomes, candles, tables, I don't know, chairs, whatever it might be, they will get destroyed. So it's a good hint as well. But, you know, if you're not playing Outlander, again, just place a floor. It works perfectly well. Now, there are candles just out and about on this map, as you can see some here. These are just round the tree here, so this is usually what you'd be collecting at this power level, and you'd be able to do that. I mean, that broke it because it was next to it, but if that was your actual item, there's probably some down there as well. Oh, there's some behind there. So yeah, you'll find loads out and about. This is a nice small tower. This is what I was hoping for. Got enemies coming as well. I'm just going to lob that down. Let him or her. I don't know if Teddy identifies as a she or a he. Maybe neither. But let them do the job. Which they now cannot do, because I think I blocked the Teddy with the radar tower here. Yeah, once we've done this, we can then move on to find anything else we can do. And then, you know, once we've sort of done everything we can, I will end the video. I'm not going to just sit here for the remainder of it, just sort of vibing. I will just end it, so don't worry. But yeah, if we can quickly do this before enemies come up. Beautiful stuff. That's the third radar tower. Now, obviously, you can do more, and it's a shame that you can't exit early when you do more. That's something that I would love to implement into this game, like survivor missions, encampments. Once you've done all the radar towers, it should then boot you out of the mission, so you can just get on with your life. I don't need to stand here for 12 minutes and, you know, just twiddle my thumbs. Ooh, here we have paintings. Yeah, lots and lots of paintings. Now, I don't want to get loads of them, so I'm probably going to go over this side. Oh, that's got even more. Jesus. Let's actually walk up there just to showcase it. So there's one there, and then upstairs we've got one there, one there. So if I place a cone in here... Ooh. Oh, it didn't actually work for paintings. Well, there you go. Oh, they're like merged into the walls. That's probably why. So yeah, I don't have a Xenon either, so I can't test if the Xenon works. But in general, if placing a structure wouldn't break it, the Xenon wouldn't either. So this just showcases, on this instance, when placing something doesn't break the item. So when it's part of a structure, so like the chimney here, that wouldn't, you know, if we had the... I'm just gonna... No, I'm not. Give me a second, guys. All these CammyG fans coming for the autographs, you know? Yeah, so you have to actually break the wall for the paintings. I didn't realize that. I thought, you know, because they're paintings on a wall, it would just be an item like a clock or something, you know, that's placed on a wall. But it's not. You know, like these, for example. I thought it'd be like these, where they do break separately to the wall. But I guess not. That's fine. Oh, anti-material charge used it, though. That's interesting. That's actually genuinely interesting. Not even sarcastic. That's... Oh my god, look how many paintings are on there. We could finish it right now. But yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to save it for the next video as well, because not everyone is going to see this video. So if they need to know how to get the paintings, then I'd love to show them in the other one. But yeah, I think that's probably all we can do. What have we got left on our quests, in fact? So we've done what we can for that. That'll count once we get out. We've got smashers and take. We haven't found a smasher or a take yet, have we? Well, we've got one taker. And shotguns. Yeah, I forgot about the shotguns. Let's... we do have a shotgun somewhere. That's a shotgun. And we do have... We'll do the Hustbuster, actually. The Hustbuster's a nice one. So we can get some kills towards this. Kind of a shame with the fire enemy, because they're going to take a lot less damage. Damage. Oh wow, this is kind of... I mean, it is a power level 35 weapon, so... But you know our hints, you just damage them, and then if you look at our thing, we've got 10 eliminations. If I now kill these with anti-material charge, seismic smash even, that goes up and it does count as eliminations. What is this? It's physical as well, but it might do more. Let's just do that, and that. What is this enemy? Sounds like a lobber. How do I get in there? Hello? That didn't really do that great a damage, did it? Like, I think there's a chest up there, actually. Let's go back up. Oh, it's a nurse, yeah. I mean, it's the same thing. Sort of. Don't know where the chest is. It must be above. These nurses, honestly. Oh, you know what? Jesus Christ, she takes some killing. Do that. And then I'm hoping breaking this won't break the chest. Ooh, nice. It's a big boy chest. A level 5? Right? It goes up to level 6? Yeah. So, where have we not been that there could be smashers? I mean, you're not guaranteed to get a smasher on the map. I was hoping I would, though, because in my other missions, I have been finding them. You know, just like supply runs and the such. So I was really hoping we would. I'm not going to bother with that, really, at the moment. There are parts of the map we haven't been to yet. It's not a lot, though. It might just have to be one of those where you trust me, that you can find them snoring around the map. But, of course, it's not guaranteed. If you do want other ways to get smashers, of course, just general defense missions will spawn them. I think... Ooh, we've got another storm chest here. Let's do this, actually. I think repair the shelter's a fairly decent one for it. So that's one potential solution for it. Especially if it's a 4-player. You tend to get a lot of smashes on that. But you have to wait for the final defense, so there is that. And then just general defense missions. If you upgrade the difficulty as well, you are more likely to get harder enemies. So that includes smashers. Wow. In terms of which defense missions to do, other than the repair, I wouldn't say there's one I have experienced getting more, really, apart from repair. So you just generally get a few on your oh god. Oh my. Yeah, you just generally get a few, so should be good. This is very rough, I'll tell you. Let's use our turret. to help us out a bit. Okay, now we've got the guys. Where's the taker this time? I want to make sure I get him. Oh yeah, good stuff. We actually succeeded this time. Oh, wow. Down here, there could be a smasher down here. To be fair, it's potentially worth checking. Now you would probably hear them snoring at this point. Unless it goes a lot further. No, it doesn't really go further down. I mean, you can go through some of the walls. But it's a bit of a maze to find out which ones to go down and actually get there. Oh, God. Oh, what the heck is that? I don't know how I feel about that one. Anyway, we haven't been on this map. There is actually a few locations. This video is just ending up being 20 minutes. Honestly, I think we're probably not going to find one. I'll just check this little village here because it is grayed off a little bit. I don't think we've actually fully been to this one yet. What is that? Is that a chest? Oh, it's the plant. Sounds weird. I've never heard that sound before. Yeah, I can't hear any. Oh, we have been here because of the paintings. Well, there you go. There's no point, beating around the bush for 5 minutes. You can find them sleeping, but, repair, shelter, defense missions if you need the smashers, just in case people did need that. But yeah, that'll do it for the video then. Thank you so much for watching. It's a bit of a timid one, doing the build the radar, but it's needed. It's honest work. Much, but it's honest work. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please do let me know what you think in the comments. Is it a bit too boring, this one? Should I have mixed it up? Or, I don't know, just skipped it with it being build the radar? Or should I have done the supply run? Just let me know. But yeah, I'll see you in a future video, hopefully. Cheers, and see you later.